Live. You're alive here in Norwalk, and I'm seeing my logo. Oh, there we go. Well, hi everyone. We're back again for another Casual Christian episode presented by a live stream my event. As always, we have Emmanuel behind the scenes doing the engineering, the producing, and we have his wife Monique manning the laptop for the Google searches, which today we're going to use definitely. And well, today I have two of my friends. They're my boyfriend's friends, and recently I've seen a lot of people have been collecting plants. They've been gardening because of the whole COVID, and I think because of the political climate, they need like a stress reliever, some kind of hobby to get them out of their, I don't know, the dire state of our country. So with that said, let us begin. See, because that was a pun. That was a pun, let us.
I like
See?
it.
All right. Well, Rachel and Lourdes, thank you for coming on my show. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. You can speak up a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
a little too loud. But yeah, today we're having a conversation, like as I'm saying, like as I said, about plants, and I noticed that both of you guys started collecting plants, like house plants. What's like the technical term for what you guys are doing? Like, there's like, it's not gardening, because our gardening like what you do like in the backyard, right? Like you do like the herbs and shit.
I definitely don't have a garden, but she actually started having plants years before. Like,
so she was telling you, it's like, come on, Lourdes.
Well, she didn't get me into it, but she was into it on her own, and I personally never understood it. I mean, I like plants, but I didn't know why people collected them or why they had them. I'm like, oh, they're nice, but Rachel here and her boyfriend.
Well, how did you get into it, Rachel? Like,
I was actually my boyfriend.
Was your boyfriend?
Yeah, Tito.
Yeah.
He went to Home Depot one day, and he looked at all the succulents, and he just stocked up.
And what's a succulent? That's not a steak, right?
No, no, it's
that's what I think about.
It's a drought-resistant plant.
Drought-resistant? Drought.
So they store a lot of water in the roots and the.
It makes sense because of California, the desert. Right?
Yeah.
Right.
It helps. It definitely helps with the water conservation.
So what was the first plant that you guys bought together?
They were succulents like echeveria.
Echeverias? I have no idea what that is. But hey, maybe you could Google it, Mike. How do you spell that?
Echeveria, one R.
Is that like the way we say it, the Mexicans say it?
Yeah.
Like
yes.
Yeah.
But do they say like, is there like another word for it, like in American, I guess?
No, it's Echeveria.
Echeveria?
It sounds like it's spelled like it sounds. Echeveria.
Echeveria? A Chevy?
Echeveria.
Oh, is that what it is? Oh, that's not it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
oh,
this is
right on.
a type of Echeveria.
Well, I know that we're doing a podcast, and people who are watching and they could see this, but like people who are listening to it, I guess it's kind of, how would you describe that? Like, I'm a writer, which is kind of sad that I can't describe this plant.
That is kind of sad.
Yeah, like it's Well, it's definitely like a desert plant, right?
It is a desert plant. Yeah, it's a desert plant. I think it's
like leaves.
The growth, it kind of grows like flowers.
It kind of grows like flowers?
Yeah.
Does it grow flowers?
It does.
Yeah?
It does.
Oh, okay.
Like once a year. Well, I don't know how many times, but like during summer, it sprouts a flower. And they're beautiful. They're like...
Is that like a seasonal thing?
Huh?
Does it sprout like only in the summertime?
It's when it's really hot or when there's a lot of sun hitting it.
Oh, okay.
That's when they
I
sprout.
actually have one that has a really long stem and it's curving and it's growing like little tiny bell kind of flowers at the top. I forgot the name of it, but I got it at Trader Joe's and it's just...
What color is it?
It's almost like a purplish...
They're bright, huh? Like a
it's
neon?
like a neon purple, kind of pinkish, but the flowers are neon pink.
Do they glow in the dark?
I wish.
No, that would be cool. Like an avatar.
I should have brought it. I don't know what I was thinking.
Damn it.
But when did you start? You started getting into planning.
Last year.
Last year?
Last year.
Okay, I thought it was just this summer.
No, I started with... I bought a black calla lily at Trader Joe's, like a plant, and I just kind of started taking care of it. Before, I didn't really care about plants. I mean, if they died, they died. I didn't really...
I think plants, to me, they're kind of like fish. They're a bit temperamental. Like, you just buy it and then it dies. You know what I mean?
Well, that's different.
But,
I mean...
Well, I mean, even if you take care of the fish or the plant, I don't know. I just feel like if you just mess up a little bit, then it starts dying. I don't know.
But the cool thing about a plant is it can grow back.
It could grow back. Oh, okay.
You can't grow a fish back.
Oh, you can't?
You just buy a new one.
Just buy a new one. It's Goldie number 2.
No. Well...
But what made you want to start doing that? Because there had to be like a reason why. Is it because like you just need a new hobby, or do you consider this a hobby or a lifestyle?
Now I actually consider it a lifestyle because I don't know what to do with myself if I'm not like tinkering with my plants.
Yeah.
But no, that calla lily, I really liked it because it was black, and I like black, and then I kept it alive, and the more I read up on it, and I just kept taking better care of it, and then I got another little succulent, and I actually got an echeveria on Facebook.
Okay.
And I was taking care of it, and I don't know, I just started really taking care of plants.
So that was like the spark. It's like, I'll just get another one.
I can keep this one alive, maybe I can keep that one alive.
It's like, what do you say? It's kind of like getting a tattoo, where they say like you get one, and you just want another one, and another one, another one.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's a good analogy.
That's a good one. Write that down.
So how much time do you how much care do you take? Like, does it take 20 minutes or like an hour to take care of your plants? Like, do you have a schedule to do that? Or is it like, okay, I think I neglected them. I'm going to check up on them? Or like, do you have a schedule to water your plants or to check up on them and trim them?
I just check on them every day. Like, I learned how to check each individual one. Like, for example, this one, pick it up. If it's really light, you can tell it needs water. Or on the sides, like if it's really like if it's not sticking to the sides, that means it's really dry. So I just kind of look at them every day, put my finger in there. I kind of learned the needs for each one.
Okay.
And I have about 60. So I take about an hour every morning just seeing what they need.
What about you, Lourdes?
I don't have that many, but I'm getting there. I'll wake up and, just like, hey guys, what's going on? And, just kind of see how everybody's doing. Yeah. I hear it. I don't know about you. And I check to see, the cuttings that I have kind of sprouting roots, just to make sure they're not drying out. And then the kids on the, my shelf. And then when the light's out enough, I go out and check the ones outside. And if they need water, I'll water them really quick, but when I'm done
you only need like a certain amount of water because you can't overwater them, right? There's like...
Yeah.
Right? Like, because if you overwater them or don't give them enough water,
but
they'll grow back, right? It's just,
they might die.
Not with root rot.
Yeah, no.
No, that's it.
Well, I don't know anything.
Yeah.
So you guys are
once you get
I'm
root rot,
completely
that's
ignorant about the whole thing, so that's why I'm talking to you gals about it. So.
No, I mean, I learned the hard way.
What was the hard way? What was the hard way?
Root rot.
Root rot.
Wait, it was like a fungus or something? Like,
no, it's just overwatering.
Or that's
or they
typical...
they just sit in water too
root
long,
rot.
and you don't take it out of the saucer.
Yeah.
And the water just sits there, and
they get mushy and
you need
gross.
Good draining soil. That's why you need good draining soil, because if not, it'll hold on to water.
Do bugs is that like a problem?
Yes.
Yeah. Like, where do they come from? Because like if you
I don't know. I live on the second floor in a balcony, and I have caterpillars and all this stuff on my plants.
Yeah.
I don't know where they come from.
Yeah.
Do the birds bring it?
I'm going to assume that the place we got them from harvested them somehow. I'm not going to say who. And I don't know, they just... Because I don't know where they come from. They just...
I guess Charles Darwin was just full of shit, right?
It's also the nursery. We do get them from nurseries.
Yeah.
So they're on the floor, and, you know, I can imagine they just go...
I'm not going to say where we got them from, but...
Maybe through, like, the air, like dust? What is that? Is that like a dumb thing to say?
I don't know. But one day I just... Like, I sent it, you know, everybody a picture. I was like, what is this? There's little white things, like little speckles all over.
Like little worms or something?
Kind of, they were, I guess they're aphids or something.
Do they move?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
That's gross.
And they were taking all over my plants.
So how did he kill them? How did he, like, take care of it?
Jonathan actually told me about neem oil, and so I bought some, and it's been working.
So you just put it around the dirt? Or soil? I'm sorry.
Well, you make a mixture, like with soap and water, because I guess you don't want oil on your plants either. And you just mix it all up in a spray bottle and spray it everywhere. And it does the trick. But
I use a solution with garlic, dish soap, and just RO water.
Like with the garlic, you just put like a clove in there, or do you mince it?
No, well, we had like oil. And we put the garlic in the oil for a while just so it can extract.
Yeah.
And we use that oil into like a solution, and just a little bit, and then we just added the rest of the stuff. So from that solution, I water it down into the spray bottle, and I spray it all over my plants and pants.
You got all your pants?
Yeah, too much to drink.
Get rid of the odor.
Uh-oh.
No, and it works like a charm. My plants are...
But does it smell because of the garlic?
Maybe like half a second.
Okay.
I'm sure it goes away.
And then you probably get used to it too, right?
Yeah, it's not the craziest smell in the world, you know. It's not like body odor or anything.
Where do you guys have your plants? Do you guys like when you go shopping for your house plants? You say, "Oh, I'm going to put this in this nook over here," or you just buy it and then you just figure it out when you show up home?
I think about the sun. Like, how is it, like if it needs a lot of sun? Do I have space for it? If it's more like indoor, I have a lot of space for indoor plants. Yeah. So I just base it off of how much sun it needs.
And you do the same thing too?
I don't have a lot of indoor space that gets sun.
Yeah.
So I look for the ones that need full sun because then I can keep those outside.
What does Zach think about it? Because I know, like, I found out that Tito introduced you to the whole, you know, the lifestyle. Yeah. But like, what does Zach think about it?
Assuming he's not watching, he doesn't care.
He doesn't care?
Not like I don't give a shit.
Just don't go in my room.
Just don't put him in my way. No,
like he's supportive about it?
He's supportive.
Yeah?
He'll build me like a shelf or little stands and stuff for him. And
that's cool.
He'll help me figure out, well, maybe if we put like a hanger here. And
yeah.
So, I mean, he's
very
supportive enough.
He's a handy
as long as I'm going to stay out of his
way.
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, he's a handy dandy.
Does he also like take care of it for you?
No.
No? He's like, no,
well,
it's your
actually,
problem.
lies. I'm lying.
Oh.
If he's out there smoking a cigarette, he'll water my plants if he thinks that they might need watering. So.
Oh, okay.
Does
so
he
like,
know
no.
if they need water, so he can overwater.
Yes. As much as I'm trying to be appreciative. How about you don't?
Stop watering my plants.
How about you leave them be?
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Leave it
I appreciate it. If you're watching, I appreciate it.
But let's see. When I guess the only time where I did something like that was back in 2008 when I broke up with my ex. I needed something to do, and my front yard, it needed like where my window was at. It was just dirt, and it needed something there. So I'm like, all right, I'll go to was a Home Depot, buy some plants, whatever. I bought like a rosemary plant. I think I also bought jasmine, and I was gonna do like this whole thing because like it's the aroma, right? The aromatherapy.
Yes,
I had this whole thing. It's like I'm gonna open up the window, I'm gonna smell and go to sleep. Fine. Now like it would have been great, but like I didn't have a screen in my bedroom, so all these fucking flies were in my room at 1 o'clock in the morning and shit. So I'm like I'm smelling it, and then he like. So I woke up and I'm like, fuck, man. So I got like a towel, I started swatting them, and like I had the lights on and everything and shit. And Nina, I had a dog back then, and she was looking at me and was like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
Acting a fool.
Yeah, acting a fool like always. What happened to the other guy? Well, anyways. Whatever. But yeah, that's the only time that I delved into that whole planning experience.
Did you like it?
I did like it, because it made me feel good to, like, get my hands dirty, like, because I didn't wear gloves. I got my hands dirty.
Grounding.
Yeah. And it I don't know, it might sound like corny, but it kind of rooted me, well, pun intended. Hey! It made me, like, when you think about, like, our elders, you know what I mean, they were doing this by hand, you know, and they're planning it just to, not for decorative reasons, but to survive. But when I was doing that, it made me feel, it didn't make me, I forgot about, like, my breakup and all that, so I just was concentrating on, planning and doing all that stuff, and what I didn't, the next day, I took it, I didn't throw them away, I put them in the opposite way, where it was in the living room, so I transferred those plants to where the living room section was at, and they were there for about 9 years, since John and me, we've been together. The rosemary bush rooted itself, like it's there, and like now that when we pass by the house on Belcher, the rosemary bush is still there. So that was because of me. Because of me. But yeah, that was my little story about that. The only other time that I planted something is when I planted weed.
How did that go?
Yeah. It was going good for a while. But it didn't take.
It takes a lot of care.
Yeah, it does. Like, and we were taking care of it pretty good. Like, it made the house, strangely enough, it smelled like a coffee shop. It did. Like, it smelled like people like came into my house. Like, why does it smell like coffee? I'm like, oh, it's this little weed plant we're growing over there. Yeah, we were like, John and me were all looking at it. I'm like, we can't wait to smoke that shit. And it fucking died. You know what I mean? Yeah, it died.
Why do you think that happened?
I think we overwatered it. I think that's what happened. Was that that, John? Yeah. Yeah. I think there was like a little bud growing. I think I kind of clipped it, and I don't think I got stoned. But, no, but it was. Did
it have a flavor? Like was it?
It smelled like coffee. It didn't taste like anything.
Do you know what it was? Like the strand or?
No, but. It looked dank. Yeah, dank. Danky. It was dankylicious. But unfortunately it died, and those were my only time that I put some effort to plant something, to take care of it, and it floundered on me. So, well, no, because that rosemary bush is still there.
It's all learning.
It's a learning experience. I guess I didn't really, I wasn't passionate enough to continue it. You know what I mean? Because you have to love it. You do. You know what I mean? Because you could start it, and then if you're fickle about it, it's because you didn't care about it.
You have to understand it. Like understand its needs.
Yeah, and I didn't care enough for me to do the Google searches to take care of it. You know what I mean? Not like with John, like he started going out with you guys to the nurseries to get plants. So now, like, I guess. Like now, like we have an abundance of plants.
Well, word on the street is he's not allowed to get any more.
What?
I put a cap on it.
Christian.
That's right.
Why?
I'm the man in the house.
Is there no room left?
What? What'd you say?
Is there no room left?
There's no room left. If we had like a yard like my parents' backyard, this is where we're broadcasting. Yeah, like go nuts. Take care of it.
I started putting shelves because I ran out of room.
Oh, really?
And then I started I bought ropes so I can hang the pots, and I got more room on the wall.
Okay, that's a good one.
You can hang stuff on the top.
I think you're giving him good ideas, which I don't like.
You're not talking.
Are you listening?
He has this whole conversation going on.
You can have hanging ones on top.
Are you guys growing herb? Like, as in, like, like...
Not weed.
Dill, not weed. You know what I mean? Like stuff that you could, like basil.
I want to.
I was growing cilantro, and I actually had a little bit of it once it was like it had just sprouted, and it was so good. It was really good, but I left it out in the sun too long for like 2 days, and it burned.
Oh shit!
All of it burnt up, and it was like this beautiful bushel.
Yeah, John, I said. It's cool that he's doing the whole gardening thing too, because we have basil and we made spaghetti the other day, and we just went. I went out there, and I got fresh basil from our little area, and then it made the spaghetti was greasy as shit, but
the basil,
but the basil, it made it a little healthy, and it smelled nice, and did you guys know, here's maybe like a little factoid that you guys didn't know, but back in the Roman days, they used to get basil, and the women used to rub the basil on their neck. That was their perfume.
Oh,
yeah.
I like that smell, too.
I do that with cilantro.
Oh, yeah?
I love cilantro.
I want tacos.
I do that with tacos.
Cilantro.
That's a good idea.
But is there like a plant that you have your eye on, but you're hesitant on buying?
Yes.
Yeah? Yes. Or what is it?
I was just talking to the kids about it. The Monstera, it's like an albino.
Uh-huh.
It's like, it has white, but it also has green.
Uh-huh.
And it's in the hundreds. Like, I need to have more practice in taking care of plants. What was it called again? A Monstera.
Is that something that you could look up? So
albino?
You can look at it? Because I've never seen it before, I don't think. If I see a picture of it, I'll probably be like,
damn.
But I don't think so.
I forgot how to say it. Variegata?
Variegata?
Something like that. You know which one I'm talking about.
Oh, you found it?
Yes.
Oh,
it has white. Yes. Or half of it will be all white.
I do want a white one.
I can't afford that kind of thing.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's nice. It looks like it's white and it's green and it's like a leaf.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a huge. It becomes a huge plant.
It looks fake.
It does look fake.
Yeah. It looks. So it's $100.
It's over. It's in the hundreds.
It's in the hundreds.
Yeah.
Fully grown or small?
Even just the plant. Like if I just want like a rooted plant, like I just saw, like I was telling him on OfferUp, some guy was selling just a rooted leaf with a stem and roots for like $400.
Shit.
I'm not experienced enough to spend that kind of money. Oh yeah.
Where is it?
It's
what
rare.
Is it? Where does it?
For such a question.
You're ill prepared.
Get
out of here.
Sorry.
No, but do you have one that you like that you're eyeing, but you're kind of hesitant on buying it either because of the price or if it's just too much to take care of?
Not like that. It's just I don't have enough
space for
sun.
Oh, sun.
I only get maybe like 4 hours of direct sun, so I can't have a lot of flowers.
Because where you live is just kind of like the sun doesn't directly hit the window or something like that?
Yeah, I only have the balcony, and it's like buildings that are close together, so I don't really have a lot of sun.
Are you still living in the same place?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you've been there.
Okay, yeah. Are you still looking to move to Texas?
I'd like to.
Damn, he just put me on the spot.
My brother...
No, I haven't told anybody yet.
Son of a bitch, can we do that?
Well, now everybody knows.
Yeah. Shit, man.
I'd like to. I'd rather be in Texas.
Yeah. My brother's having an awesome time over there.
Is he?
Yeah.
Austin, right?
Yeah. No, he actually said, I think, I might be wrong, but I think he said like he's an hour away from Austin.
Okay.
But he loves it there. He's always calling me. He's like, yeah, man. Like he went to go get like a business license and he got it right away.
Yeah,
he did not like they did not. He was so surprised. Like Christian, he just gave me the license right away. I didn't have to wait like a whole week or something.
You didn't even wait a day.
Yeah, we started busting up and shit. But I haven't visited.
Make it out there.
Plants will
no. And it's cold at night too.
Ooh.
So is Texas a desert? Or what is it?
It's not a desert.
It's not a desert.
It's by the Gulf. So
I'd say it's by the equator. It's close to the equator.
Well, golf course. Dumb. That's dumb. Whatever. Let's see. Do you have names for your plants? Do you use like, hey Dilly or whatever?
No, I just think, hey,
Daffodil.
They're my children.
Your children?
You call them children, huh?
They're
call
my
them
children.
my friends.
You call your friends?
Yeah.
They all talk to you.
They do.
Mama.
Mama. Do you guys what the Venus flytraps? Do you guys delve into that?
I have two. Well, Tito has two. One bloomed. It has like 2 long stems with like buds, and they barely bloomed a couple of days ago.
And by blooming, what is that?
Flowers.
No. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. I thought that maybe like it got bigger, like not like the
Audrey
trap.
too?
Yeah, like Audrey too.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Is that like
I've never seen a Venus flytrap bloom, and there's like they're really pretty white flowers. They're small. But I think that's taking a lot of energy away from the plant because the plant isn't growing. Like the actual Venus flytraps, they're not growing. But we feed it like Tito feeds it once a week. He actually has a worm farm.
Oh, okay.
And he feeds them worms.
That's like, you know what John does? Like, he looks out for flies and spiders. Yeah. And he's like, give me a cup. And he's all running for like a kid. Yeah. And he freezes them. He puts them in the freezer.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
And then he drops them in there. Like, here you go.
Aren't they a little too cold?
I don't know.
You can follow them.
I don't know.
Whatever.
That's the thing.
You think they're moving?
They're dead now, but no, I'm just kidding. They're still alive.
What? They come back to life.
I did that for comedy effect. Is there? Oh, do you think Did you hear that since you're feeding off the energy of plants, do you think plants feed off the energy of people?
Yes.
Yeah?
Big time.
And have you noticed that, like, in your plants? I mean, like, you've been doing it longer than Lourdes, so maybe you might know. Mm-hmm. But do you think not because you're watering them or tending them, but I guess that's also the energy of it, because you're giving them the energy of the love that you're giving them.
Yeah, I give them a lot of time and energy. When I went on a trip a couple of days ago, and for like 2 weeks, I timed the watering so I could make sure that they'll be fine for 3 days.
Yeah.
So I gave them a lot of love during that time. When I came back from the trip, they were all so like mature and thick, and I was so happy. Mm-hmm. And I really feel it's because I gave them that.
Oh, really?
Attention. It was
like
really
that
cute.
Nourishment.
Like, I was so proud of them. I told them, you guys.
Mother Nature. Is there like a plant? I mean, there has to be, but do you know any plants that are nocturnal?
Yes.
Like they don't need the sun, but they need they bloom at night. You know what I mean? They do, right?
The plant that Marisela sent us,
yeah,
that I have in pots, it's called the Queen of Night, and it only blooms at night, and it doesn't need that much sun. Like, it's really low maintenance.
Is it a 24-hour bloom?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
they're worth it though. Like, you wait for it, and it's worth the wait.
It's a really pretty white, frilly kind of flower, and you don't have to worry about it being out in the sun all day because it doesn't need that much light.
Yeah.
It thrives better in shade. And it blooms at night, like in the night. Like, I get it. I understand.
Oh, that's cool. That's like it's like a blooming onion.
Yeah.
There you go.
You know what I mean? Like the way you see it, like the way it's opened up.
Yeah.
But it's white, and in the center, it's like a bunch of pods, or what is it called? Like not pods, but
I know what you're talking about.
Like pollen almost.
Kind of,
yeah.
Yeah. I know exactly.
That's nice. Shit, I lost my train of thought. Do you need a refill on your drinky poo, or you're good?
I might.
Jonathan, can you replenish your libation, please?
Think so?
Yes, please.
Take off your shirt, please.
What did I tell you?
Yeah.
What have we told you?
Right.
We're live.
Right. They're live. Yeah. PG. Hi, John's mom. Is there? What do you feel like the plants have given you since you've been doing this? Like, do you actually feel like your stress is being relieved, and do you feel like, because it also says that by planting, by having house plants, it also helps your cognitive senses. Do you feel yourself retaining information more, or do you think? What do you guys say? If you guys can say no, well, that's holy bullshit. You know? Wow.
I'm paying a little too much attention to them. Like, I worry about them all the time, and I want to make sure that they're okay.
Yeah.
So I'm maybe obsessing over them a little too much. Like, as soon as I'm done working at 2:30, I'm in the kitchen and outside, just like getting each one and pruning them or just looking over them and making sure they're okay. They've given me purpose for sure, because before I would just turn off, done working, I'd turn on the TV and just watch TV
vegetate.
Become literally a vegetable.
Yeah.
But now I don't really watch TV. I'm just focusing on my plants for about a few hours, and
that's cool.
Many more hours than I thought, because my feet end up hurting so much just because I'm just in there just tinkering with them so much. Thank you. Thanks, Seth. While I watch 90 Day Fiancé, Sunday nights and Monday nights.
Are you guys into that show?
Yes.
No? I started watching it because of John, because he had it on, right? And you know, I don't like reality TV show at all. But I sat down, it was like a black hole. You just watch it, it's like, what else? What else? I gotta see what's going on.
You need
to
see.
An hour goes by, and then the second hour, and the third hour, and then I had to step away. So no, I can't.
Or you know what, Angela and Michael are not getting married anymore. And
it's fucking nuts, and it's very entertaining. It's crazy that back like in the 90s we had Jerry Springer and Shelley Jesse Raphael, and now like 30 years, 20 years later, now we're following those people around us, and we just got rid of the talk show host, and we're just following these fucking crazy people.
You don't even know. Yeah. You don't even know. I mean, well, anyway.
Yeah, well, anyways, that was a side topic.
Maybe fiance, guys.
Yeah, watch it if you have nothing else to do.
You won't be disappointed.
Plant for sure. So, is there something what advice would you give to anybody who's just starting this?
Ooh, Rachel.
I guess make sure. You know what helped me was when I learned that I have to take care of the soil and not the actual plant. If you feed the soil will feed the plant.
Okay.
And I think that's what really changed the game for me. It's like, okay, so I put like compost in it. I dress it with compost once a month, or I try to. Yeah. I think that I wish I could have known that from the beginning.
Yeah.
Because I was actually taking care of the plant more, like, oh my God, the leaf and the bloom, and it's like, no, I'm not actually. I don't have anything to do with the plant.
It's the soil.
It's the soil.
It's the soil that's the heart of it. Well,
it feeds the plant. Yeah.
It feeds it. It's like it's kind of like you're giving it McDonald's and you're giving it like quality steak. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure. And you can see the response. Like
like
blooms, or it's more green.
I see.
Or it gets thicker. And just know its needs. The sun, direct sun, bright light. Know the difference.
Yeah. And do you feel, Rachel? Do you feel like your stress level does it go down? Like, has it gone down because of all the plants that you have?
I'll say used to. I used to suffer from a lot of anxiety and I used to have a lot of panic attacks, and just really diving into this whole plant thing made me more mindful.
Okay.
And it made me like just kind of slow down, see what the plant needs, clean it up, and just I had to take my time with it.
Yeah.
And
because of doing this episode, I was prepping and I was reading this article that it's beneficial to have, if you're working like in a cubicle, it's good for you to have a little plant to take care of, because you're going to be stressed out at work, and if you just take maybe like 10 or 15 minutes just to tend to that plant and just to focus away from your workload and focus on that, it actually helps your productivity and helps you retain information more. And I was actually thinking about talking to my boss if I could have like a little plant on my desk, because I don't.
Is there a rule against that?
No, I mean what's cool about my job is that you know what you know what you need to do and you do it. And I think if I could, I think they'll let me have like a little plant that I can take care of. And I was actually like scooping up like a little area, like a plant that just kind of hangs down and stuff like that.
Do you get sun?
Yes, because like we have like the blinds and I have it shut because like the sun, it literally beams down on me like at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And
Morning sun.
And I think that would be a good spot for it.
Morning sun is the best sun.
Do you have a plant in your cubicle, or do you work in an office place, or do you work at a place where you can have a plant?
I don't work right now.
Okay.
But at my last job, I had a window, and it was what was it? I think it was an east-facing window. So I kind of we weren't there long enough for me to bring in a plant, but I can see myself having a ZZ plant. Have you heard of a ZZ plant?
I never heard of it. I heard of Zima.
Emphysema. I would recommend the ZZ plant because they can they're fine with low light. They'll still grow. They'll kind of stretch out a little bit and they'll get leggy, but a ZZ plant will stay really vibrant and green. I think you'd do good with a ZZ plant.
That's cool.
Not succulent. They need direct sun.
Oh yeah.
Succulent. I like saying that word.
Succulent.
Where's my succulent? What advice would you give yourself from starting this whole lifestyle? Something that you didn't know that you had to learn through trial and error.
Plants die. Their leaves turn brown, and that's okay.
Okay.
It's gonna happen.
Oh, so you were stressing out that they're dying, like doing that?
Like
it's heartbreaking.
It's really sad. Like I remember, Zach accidentally knocked one down, and I didn't lose my shit. I was like, oh, okay, it's okay, no worries, you know. And I'm picking it up, and I'm just like fussing over, like, oh my god, you know, blah blah. He's like, it's just a plant.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I was like, just a plant.
Yeah.
It's not just a plant.
Yeah.
And it really hurt my feelings because it's not just a plant. Like, you're taking care of this as
it's another
my child.
It's another living. It's
living.
It's living.
There's so much energy in it.
Yeah. And I told him that. I was like, you know what? I was like, it really hurt my feelings when you said it was just a plant, because I care about it. You know, I worked really hard. Like, I don't want it to die. Like, I love my plants. But at the same time, it's not dead.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to be okay. Like,
yeah, if it's like a little wounded, you could like mend it, right?
Yeah, like it's not like I stomped on it by accident and smashed it in the ground.
Yeah, like John's the same way, because like we brought some plants over here and I was manhandling one, and John's like standing, it's like, be careful. I'm like, Pete. I'm totally good too, you know. But yeah, see, I made him laugh. That's good.
I also care.
Sometimes I worry that I don't make John laugh. I'm like, oh.
No.
I used to make him laugh.
Not anymore.
Yeah. See, that's great.
That's how you're putting it out. Jonathan. Well, you make me laugh all the time.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
You are a riot.
I need constant confirmation that I'm a funny guy. Anyways, let's talk about the plants that you guys brought.
Oh.
I see this one you brought, Rachel. It's kind of like in a fishbowl.
Yeah.
And you have like saran wrap over it, and you have like leaves punctured through the saran wrap.
Yeah.
And there's water like in the bottom, and I don't understand it. It looks weird. Like weird as in like it looks like a novelty. It looks like a novelty that is just like it's gonna die like in a couple of days.
Oh no! Don't you say that.
No, I'm just.
Don't you jinx it.
I'm just saying. I'm looking.
Take a look,
you guys. Let me see. I'm gonna hold it up like.
So check out the base.
Ball? Yeah.
Check out the base of the leaves. They have little sprouts.
Oh,
you see some roots,
yeah.
and you see some little flowers growing. Not flowers, but.
You know, it's crazy because like they're reaching towards. They're grasping towards the water. They want to get to it, and it seems like.
And then so it's sealed, so it's very humid in there.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes.
Now, would you call that like a greenhouse effect, or yeah?
Yeah. So I'm propagating those.
Okay.
And.
So this is what it looks like, propagating.
Well, that's water propagating.
Oh, okay.
I also put some leaves on some soil. I put them on soil 2 days before I actually propagated these, and these are sprouting faster. So
they're hungry.
Hungry.
They're obese.
But so I'm doing. This is a little experiment. I wanted to see what's faster, water or soil.
Mm-hmm.
And
what is the verdict?
Oh, what
have you
seen?
This is pretty. So far,
this is faster.
This has been less than a week. And have you seen it? Have you seen it, girl? Look at it.
Yeah,
it's pretty fast.
You can touch it. Here you go. Oh, don't be scared. Yeah.
So that was on Monday.
So, you did that on Monday?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. So, the ones in soil, like maybe half of that, half of the sprouts, like it's. So this is actually faster. So far, it's working much faster.
And how did you figure to do something like that? Is that like something? What?
I saw it on YouTube.
Oh, YouTube. Okay, all right. Because I'm like, I would have never thought of doing something like that.
Me neither.
You know? Seems like very Native American.
I've seen people dip them in, like, directly in the water, but I've never seen that. That's pretty cool.
Leaves?
Yeah.
I've seen some leaves, but it's really. You gotta be careful because leaves actually rot.
Die.
They rot in water.
Yeah.
So like if I do stem like plants like from the with an actual stem, they do root. But I don't root leaves.
So how are you gonna transfer? So the end game is that you're gonna transfer that into like a pot, like in dirt. And how are you gonna do that? Like, what you're gonna carefully. how are you gonna plant it? Like, how are you gonna get? Are you gonna get the leaves? Like, are you gonna get like the Saran wrap and just kind of carefully put it on the soil?
So once these have actual
roots,
not roots, but growth, like actual flower. They're not flowers, like what leaves, just like the plant, like the actual plant. You see little baby plants on the base.
It looks like a tiny little
version of what
activity of plant. Or something.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna take them out of the Saran wrap. I'll probably just tear the Saran wrap, take them out, and at that point I'll be able to trim off that old leaf.
Okay.
And then I can put it on a little pot with soil.
And how long is that going to take, or is it really depends on it? Like, on
it depends. It depends on the brightness, on a lot of things. But this one, it's actually pretty fast. So I think from the video that I saw, maybe like in 6 weeks, I'll be able to pot it.
Okay. Right, that's
like
pretty
soil
fast. Yeah.
2 months.
Yeah, I've been trying to propagate some of my leaves for a few months now, and since the last time we went to the nursery, all of us.
Oh.
And I like to take stems.
Good. They're doing good. I saw a picture.
Yeah, they're doing okay, but that's fast.
That's fast.
I'm impatient.
Do you have to be patient?
Yes.
To do this? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can imagine.
That's what makes you more mindful, you know, because you're like, okay.
Because you want them to be looking like that already, you know?
Yeah.
This took a while. I actually bought these when they were like really damaged. They were really small. They were all burnt up. And it's when we went to the nursery.
Oh, it's been a while. Yeah.
I'll put it right here in front.
Front and center.
So, Lourdes, can you hand me this plant that I want to talk about? This is your plant. Yeah. I mean, it looks nice. It's your personality. You know what I mean? It's purple and it's green. Kind of seems like a Tim Burton background type of thing.
Do you love Tim Burton?
I do. Yeah, you do love Tim Burton, and you have plenty of Tim Burton tattoos. But what is this plant called?
Well, I know you've been really excited.
Well, I'm not excited.
So
it just sounds really fucking offensive. I'm like, what is it?
It's not. It's called a wandering Jew.
And suddenly we get canceled. And we're off. We're off. It's like, what happened?
I didn't name it. I didn't even know. Remember that old lady that was like, "Oh, that's wandering Jew." I'm like, "Oh, I'll take it."
Oh,
but
sold.
That sounds like a hard J. You know what I mean?
Hard J.
Yeah.
I'd say.
Do you have any wandering Jews? I'm like, yeah, he's over there. Like, no.
Not that one.
Not that one. Well, do you know? I mean, I think you did like a little Google search on why, because that doesn't seem right. It sounds very derogatory.
Well, to me, it didn't. It's a beautiful plant.
I see. Yeah, it is a beautiful plant.
I assumed there was a great story behind it.
Yeah.
And turns out, I mean, I'm going to sound ignorant right now because I didn't memorize the story very well. Like I should have.
You can just paraphrase it. It's fine.
Yeah, like I guess there was a man who was taunting Jesus Christ while he was carrying the cross. And because of that, the man was cursed. And so, for whatever reason, they decided to name this plant after that story.
That still sounds pretty offensive.
Yeah.
This is a Jesus plant.
I'm like, you remember that guy who made fun of Jesus?
So,
our Lord and Savior.
Does this beautiful plant remind you of that? Yes.
I didn't name it.
Did you see the bottom? How
No.
Oh, that's not the real.
Ignore that. That's a label. Turn around.
Oh, okay.
I kept it away from the cameras.
Okay. All right.
$5.
I just reused that pot.
$69.
Disregard.
$69. No, but like it just seemed. So that's the real term. Like say.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like there's no other term like
it's called the scientific term. I don't know I don't remember the scientific term for it.
There has to be like a scientific.
Oh, there is.
Yeah.
I don't have my phone to Google.
Like
the nomad.
The nomad flower at work.
The nomad.
You can talk about it at work. I bought a wandering Jew the other day.
Offensive about it.
I don't know. I'm gonna stop talking about it because I'm feeling very uncomfortable now. So
you know what, guys?
I'm very progressive. I'm not racist or anything like that. What is it? Oh, son of a bitch. Oh, that's what it's called. How do you pronounce that? Transantis. I don't know. I can't. That's a lot of syllables.
Wandering Jew.
In other words,
wandering
Jew.
Moving on.
And you know what? This is from a bigger plant that I have at home. It actually dangles and it grows viney-like.
Yeah.
And it's very easy to propagate. So if anybody's interested in starting to grow plants,
that's an easy one.
This is an easy one, yes. Get a wandering Jew. It's beautiful.
All right.
Bright, indirect light.
Yes. It is thriving like nobody's business.
Is this easy to take care of?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Doesn't need much.
Doesn't need much.
Just a little love.
Just a lot of light.
Just like me. I don't need much.
It's like all of us.
Just some in and out here and there.
We're just like a wandering Jew.
Whoa, hey! Plant.
You didn't let me finish.
Is there another plant that you guys want to talk about that you guys brought with us?
Bratwurst.
Bratwurst. Do you want John to bring one that you guys want to talk about?
My pothos?
Yeah. Can you bring my pothos?
John, can you bring me another beer?
That's my
I could talk
one.
about that forever.
Thank you, Jonathan. Oh, look at the root. My root's showing.
Uh-oh.
There's my neon green pothos.
That's really nice.
So I actually got it when we went nursery hopping. And these grow really fast. These root super fast in water. I think I've had them.
Oh, you have that in water?
Yeah, dude, it's in water. Check out the roots.
Let me bring it over here so they can see it in the front camera. Over here. So it's in a Dixie cup and it's in water. There's no dirt in there. In there, there's a bunch of roots. And
those are 2 cuttings. So they really they're already like pretty viney.
Yeah.
They have
They're so veiny.
Are these like the rubber plants that you guys have, or what's it called? No.
No, that's a different. That's more like a tree, like the rubber plant. Grows like a tree. This one is pretty viney.
And did you get that at a garden, or did you get that from a friend or something like that?
That's propagated. I got it from a nursery.
It's when we went nursery.
It's from a nursery.
Yeah.
You didn't come with us. Huh?
No, I didn't. I was hungover. Yeah, go for it.
That would have been bad because it was really hot that day.
Yeah, I know.
It was hotter than today.
Oh, it was hot? No,
yeah.
I think today was...
Today was humid.
Today was humid.
That day was hot.
It was pretty warm today. Still warm today. Is there like... What are you gonna... Are you gonna put like in this big pot plant afterwards?
Well, actually, these... I brought one for Lourdes and one for you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, so you guys can actually like... If you do decide to pot it, put it in soil, you have to make sure that it stays wet for like at least a month because it's used to being in water. Okay.
It's crazy.
Got it.
So like, is it like a pond plant or something? Like is it a plant that's grown next to like a lake or like a pond or anything like that? Since it likes.
I think that's tropical. I think it's a tropical plant.
A tropical plant?
Okay. I think that's my best guess.
The shut.
Hey John.
By Hobbit. So.
Thank you.
It'll still grow crazy, like you know, if I keep it in water too.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. That was one leaf each.
Oh, that was one leaf.
One leaf each. Yeah.
And it made all these leaves.
Yeah. Like take one out. Take one cutting out.
Just one.
Take it out and see how much it has.
Oh. I was like, what? What's going on?
Take it out.
Oh yeah, I'm hosting.
You look stupid.
Look, see, so it
There
just keeps growing. You see how it kind of there's a vine.
Yeah. It looks like it's gonna wrap its tentacles on my neck and then choke me.
At night.
At night and say.
It only happens at night.
Keep growing. Make sure it has bright light. They also do okay in low light. They just don't grow as fast.
Okay.
Bright light.
Bright light. Plants are very chill. And I like them.
You know what?
Don't talk back.
That's a gnome.
I wish I had gotten into them sooner. I remember when I lived with you and you guys had all these little succulents and stuff, and I liked them, but I never went in there to really appreciate them, and I regret that.
At that time, me either. It was more Tito. But I just felt like I didn't have the hands for it because when I tried potting something, I would break it. I was very heavy-handed. And that's what I'm saying, like, it's made me more mindful. Like, I'm more careful.
And do you have to have... So, you need to be delicate when you're dealing with flowers.
Yes.
You can't manhandle them.
No.
Right? No. You can't like come here.
Snap.
Right? No. You have to be. Well, I mean, I think
they're
that's
babies.
Yeah, they're our children.
I thought you were gonna be like,
yeah, like yeah,
look at that.
Yeah, there you go. I just knock it over the table. Pick it up.
So wandering around.
Yeah. It's a hard J. Do you have a plant other than this? I don't want to say it again because I feel like I'm really...
Wandering Jew.
That's the name of it. Google that shit, people.
Is there a plant that you want to talk about, like that you brought, other than this one? Another favorite one that...
Oh, you know what?
John, can you get one of...
Can somebody?
Yeah.
Get
off your phone.
I'm trying to watch a show, you guys.
The button one.
But you're watching a show. You're watching our show.
The one of the little... The other one. Yeah.
Okay.
Just because I want to show everybody the mistake that I'm making.
And
this
what
is called a string of buttons.
A string of buttons. Let me hold it. This is called a string of buttons.
Buttons.
I guess it's kind of like layered. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't say it kind of looks like a cactus. It's not a cactus.
Succulent.
It's succulent.
It's a succulent. See how the leaves are really thick? They hold a lot of water there.
Okay.
But my mistake, and I have to figure out what to do, like find a good balance. You see how there's a lot of gaps between the leaves?
Yeah.
So that means that it's searching for the sun. It's stretching out too much. They should be closer together. So I'm obviously...
Oh, so it's not supposed to be like this?
No, they're supposed to be more squished together.
Oh, really?
So I'm not providing them
sun. Like this. Is it bad that they're like this?
It's not bad. No,
it's not going to die, but I'm obviously not giving it what it needs, which is more sun.
You can have more leaves there, you know what I'm saying?
And what are these little rocks? Is it like...
It's perlite.
Perlite? Was it given nutrition?
It helps to make the soil more loose and because drainage.
Yeah, you can drain it more.
Because it can't hold water. It'll die. It'll get root rot if it holds too much moisture. So it helps, sift all the water.
Does this one grow in the desert? Is this like a desert plant? Because it looks like a desert plant. Because you're saying like it holds water.
It's not a desert plant. The reason I say that, I'm not going to lie, I didn't do my research, is because when I did have it in direct sun, the corner started burning.
Yeah.
And it was getting sunburned, so I had to bring it inside. But now that I brought it inside, I'm not giving it enough sun. So obviously this one's giving me a run for my money because I can't.
How old is it?
It was shorter. It was pretty small.
So like how old? Like is it like 3 months old?
Yeah, about.
Oh yeah.
Twice. Yeah.
How big was it when you got it?
It was, let's say, like the small one.
Which
was
left?
The little one.
I'm
sorry.
An inch?
It was about maybe 2 inches tall. It was in a really small little 1-inch pot, and now I had to transfer it into a bigger one. And it's growing. It's just obviously not getting enough sun because there's a lot of space between each of the leaves.
It's called? Have you ever been what's that? Like it's like a botanical. Have you been in a botanical garden? Like, which one's the best one that you guys been to?
Ooh.
I am currently a member of the South Coast Botanical Garden. Have you been to that one in Palos Verdes?
No.
I want to. It's really nice. It's huge. I've only been to like 2 or 3, but that one's big and it's really good. They have like a rose garden, a succulent garden.
Yeah.
Well, you've been to Los Angeles.
I went to the one in LA. It's in It's not in Altadena, but it's heading towards Pasadena. And then I've been to the Huntington Gardens.
We've been to the Huntington Gardens.
That's
and it looks really
beautiful.
nice.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, that's something dope. Like, I like it.
I like
that for sure. There's one in I think Fullerton too.
Remember where Tommy and Karen got married?
Yeah, that's the one that I've been to.
In the garden?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so pretty.
Yeah, it was a very nice wedding.
Very, very beautiful.
It was very warm that day too.
Yes, it was. But luckily it was in the shade.
Yeah.
So.
What's the botanical garden that you guys want to go to? Like, it doesn't have to be in California. It's like the one that you guys know. It's like, wow, this one looks dope.
Damn! You guys are gonna think I'm a sicko, but it's that movie Eye for an Eye with Kiefer Sutherland and Sally.
Dude, that movie's like 20 years old.
I know. Whatever. I just dated myself.
Yeah.
But they're visiting a botanical garden there, and it's indoors, and there's trees everywhere. And I don't know. I know they live in San Francisco, but I've always wanted to go to that one. I don't know where it is or what it's called.
Have you tried to Google it?
No.
No?
But now I will.
I think you could.
Now
I think you could finally find it, and it might even be fake. It might have been like in a studio.
No, it has to be real.
Yeah, it's a green screen. Oh, can you talk a little bit closer to the mic, Rachel? Yeah, because you're a little too far away. Does she sound?
No.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, I gotta step on it. Step.
There you go. Is there? I mean, for sure, I want to go to a botanical garden in Japan because I've seen like some.
Where?
Japan.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah, like those look like exotic. Well, because it's their
thing.
Have you been to a Japanese garden in Cal State Long Beach?
No.
Oh, they have koi fish. They have
koi fish.
The botanical garden in Huntington, the Huntington Library has a really good Japanese garden.
That's dope.
It's beautiful. But yeah.
Your mom and dad, like your mother's, like I think. Do your moms do this too? Is this something that you learned from your moms, or like got into it, or your moms aren't into, like, I wouldn't say like gardening, but house plants. Do they have house plants and do they tend them?
They had them. Well, I don't mind it. Your dad didn't really care.
Your dad.
My dad has a lot of outdoor plants. He's growing chilies, like ghost peppers and all that kind of nonsense. But well, it's not nonsense. He loves them.
Yeah, they're not watching.
They're not. They don't care. But my mom had plants, but she never like, you know, she wasn't obsessed about them or anything, or like
my mom. My dad, he when he was like feeling a bit better, he used to have like corn and watermelons and zucchinis all like right there in the dirt. It was like it was abundant, like, you know, like a lot of flies everywhere too. Not flies, but bugs, you know what I mean, just swimming around. But yeah, we had a really nice garden in the back.
You have a kumquat tree right there, don't you?
Yeah, we had like a plum tree. When we first moved in here like 30 years ago, we had a peach tree and we had a plum tree. So every time I eat a plum, it's kind of like that Ratatouille moment where like that guy eats Ratatouille and
your fucking
childhood I bite that plum and I'm like, I'm a fat little kid again, you know. But yeah, like that's what my parents they do. My mom tried to get into like flowering, and she was telling me the story where like it wasn't going right for her, and then she just started crying because like it wasn't coming out the way she wanted to. She was getting really frustrated.
She's probably really dedicated.
Yeah, she was. She made the effort to buy the dirt, the flowers, and she was doing it, and she was telling us, like, Christian, I just felt like it wasn't coming out right for me, so I just stopped and started crying. I'm like, oh mom, I didn't know how to console my mom.
Bring her out here. Give her a hug.
But yeah, like, but I think. She still does it.
They're doing a really good job now.
Yeah. I mean, they're on. I think she just, you know, every mom has a moment like that. You know what I mean?
Well, that's how we started. Just things weren't blooming, things were dying.
Orlando blooming.
And you just learn, and you either stick with it or you know.
Yeah.
Right.
Another plant. Do you guys have another plant that you guys want to talk about? I know you guys brought like some, or did you guys repeat some?
That little green one. Sorry,
Jonathan.
Put that weed down.
Yeah, put that weed down. Bring it over here.
The weed.
That one.
Yeah, the bright green one. Yeah.
What is this? Oh, that's a nice little vase right there.
I'm so sorry.
Where's the app?
Oh, my plant snap? Yeah. Look at this. It grows into a spiral. It grows into a tropical plant. So I got this at a nursery a month ago, and it was about an inch. Oh, are you going to get it?
Do you have that app?
It was about an inch high. And look at everything. It only gets morning sun.
Oh, yeah.
And it loved it. Yeah. So I actually called it, so I had a big plant, maybe like 3 of these in one pot, and they were, I'd say maybe like 3 feet, no, 2 to 3 feet tall.
Yeah.
Each plant. And they were beautiful, and I didn't know how to take care of them. Got it? I didn't know how to take care of them, so they all died. But they looked really cool, and Tito and I called them our Dr. Seuss plants because they look very Dr. Seussy when they're Susanna. So when they get tall, they actually you can see the spiral.
Yeah.
Ooh. Here, I don't know if you want to check it out.
So they get taller?
Yeah, they get really tall.
It kind of reminds me of that one.
There you go.
Dracana compacta.
It's like a.
That doesn't look like it at all.
It doesn't, right?
No.
it's nice because like I can picture like raindrops falling and then just kind of
on your head?
falling. Yeah, on my head.
I had to. Sorry.
You had to.
And that one grows really fast. It's been growing really fast.
It reminds me of the one I got from Trader Joe's. Uh-oh.
No, actually, it's the whole thing that grows like that, like all the way up.
All the way up.
Oh, it's still a dragon tree. It's called Song of India.
Ooh, I like that.
So,
better.
What are your thoughts on cutting a Christmas tree and putting it on like in your house? Do you think like that's barbaric? No, you guys don't care about like that? Because I know like. I don't know, people could like Google plans like, oh, they shouldn't cut trees, you know? I absolutely, yeah. Like, I was outruled at my house. Like, John and Alex, I wanted to get a real Christmas tree. They're like, no, we're getting synthetics. I'm like, well, it doesn't sound like anything.
Well, only because I feel bad for it. Just because it was a tree, it could have been a really cool pine tree, I guess, and you cut it. But, like, when I was in Alaska the first time, and I went with Robin and her husband, and they went up a mountain, and they cut their own Christmas tree down.
Like fucking Griswold and shit?
Yeah, straight up. There's a little Charlie Brown Christmas tree. And
did it come with a squirrel?
I hope so.
I wish.
The black plague.
Christmas present. No, but it was cool.
We got ticks. What time are we on? We got like, I would say 40 minutes, 30 minutes? Something like that. Just checking.
I mean, if we're boring you, Christian.
Oh, woo! Don't get me. It was a good conversation. I just want to know, you know? Just to know. Gotta know. You know? Planning it right. No, planning it out.
Planning it out. What is that?
I like that.
Oh, what is that?
Planning it.
45. Oh, what the hell is that?
Look at that. It's like trying to get in.
So what are there beneficial bugs that help your plants grow? Do you guys know? Because there has to be, right?
Worms
like
are good for soil.
Okay.
They aerate the soil.
Because they move around the soil.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right? I just thought about that because it makes sense.
Ladybugs.
Ladybugs.
I didn't know. Jonathan, because of my issue with like pests, Jonathan's like, oh, I heard ladybugs are good for to eat all the little.
Oh really?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't get any just because I kind of felt bad. I didn't want them to leave me. Like, I paid all this money for them. They stay with me.
Well, how much did it cost?
Well, the ones I saw at Lowe's were like $10.
Oh, just for one ladybug?
No, it was a thing, a little tray, like a tray like this big of ladybugs, live ladybugs. And I was like, well, if they leave me, I don't want them to leave me. Like, I love them. Yeah,
because you just spend $10 on them.
And
at least they stay for like 3 months.
Like, I paid for them.
Yeah. But, I mean, what can you do? You know what I mean?
They gotta grow.
Sucks that they saw them. You bought them at Home Depot. Or you could buy them at Home Depot?
Lowe's.
Oh, Lowe's.
Live.
Really?
I mean, I felt kind of bad because they were sometimes were dead, and I was like, oh, this is right.
I wouldn't feel right buying stuff like that.
They're,
like,
they're air holes.
For me, like, if I find a ladybug and I just bring it to my little plant, I think I'm okay with that. But if
I feel bad, right? It's
yeah.
Geez, I don't want to buy
you put them in the fucking plastic thing and then they die. Or they go
well, no, they won't die. Like, you let them loose. You just...
No, I know, but like when you're purchasing them.
There's something in there. I don't know. I just felt kind of guilty. I was like, I can't buy these.
So you don't know, Rachel, like a type of bug that helps other than the ladybug or worms?
No.
No? That was just it, right?
Yeah, that's all I think about. Like the roly-polies.
Roly-polies, yeah.
They're just in the soil.
I used to get those when I was a kid. I used to like flick them.
Put them in the palm of your hand.
Oh, you guys.
Out the window.
So, what are your thoughts on Poison Ivy from Batman? Do you think she's in the right? As in, like, people don't know about Poison Ivy. She wants to destroy humanity and just
I get it. I get it.
I mean, I get it.
Girl, do your thing.
Yeah,
that's
she's
what
also
I say.
A redhead, and redheads are.
She had the right idea.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Her heart was in the right place.
Yeah. It's
I don't care her
world.
methods. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I get it. Go for it.
Would you name any of your kids after a plant?
Ooh.
Or a flower or something like that? No?
Maybe.
Maybe?
I'm never having children.
It's okay.
Never? But never. I'm past even if I wanted to, I'm past that.
Oh, you're past that?
I'm way past
like Lily or Rose?
That's what I was thinking.
I'm gonna name my daughter Chastity.
Chastity.
Because nobody's gonna touch her.
Like
Chastity. It's time for dinner. I think you had enough.
Chastity, stop.
Yeah, Chastity. Wait, isn't that like Chastity Bono or what's her name?
Chaz.
Chaz
now.
But her name was Chastity?
Mm-hmm.
Was it?
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay, alright.
I do love Cher.
Love Cher, she's never gonna die.
Cher.
Somebody...
I don't want her to die.
Would you consider Cher a succulent?
Yeah, I would actually.
Can we propagate her? Or what's it called?
I would.
Propagate her.
Yeah, she would propagate.
Yeah.
We need more shares.
We do.
Yeah. Let's see. What? I guess. Do you guys want to have what?
I had a question.
Yeah. What's up?
Do you ever like buy a plant based on like its medicinal purpose or like it's the story behind it, like money trees or
like
aside from marijuana, do you buy this plant for that reason alone?
I mean, herbs. I have like mint and stuff. I've bought it for like so I can add it into my water, but not really because since I have such limited sunlight, that's what I base it off of. But if I had a yard, oh man, if I had a yard like this.
Yeah, you'll do like you'll do wonders, right?
Yeah.
Like you'll start from over here and you'll work over there. Like
this is a beautiful yard.
It is, yeah. Like the way this has completely changed. Like they changed this whole setup. Like as soon as I moved out when I was 22, my parents just remodeled the whole house. They're like, all right, he's out of here. Let's make it look nice. But yeah, like when we were kids, there was like a built barbecue here, like a barbecue pit right here, and it was nothing but dirt. There was nothing but dirt back there. Yeah.
Dirt?
Yeah, it was just dirt. I mean, we had grass. There was grass right here. We never had the bricks right here in the bottom. This is all grass, but they decided to put the bricks because I guess it was too expensive to water the grass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So.
can see that, yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's nice. It's like a little tropical oasis here.
But that's why a lot of people get like drought-resistant plants.
Yeah.
Because it's nice, succulents and stuff. And you don't have to water them so much.
Would you, if you guys ever get a house, would you have like grass in your lawn, or would you have like rocks, or like that stuff that doesn't use water? It doesn't take any care or anything like that.
I would have grass. I think grass is really nice.
I think I like grass too because I don't know, man. Because there's a neighbor that doesn't have grass and they have a bunch of rocks, and it looks nice the way they have it set up. But I do like the old school about it.
I like the green.
Yeah.
I like the greenery.
It has a different feel. You know what I mean? Like a different aesthetic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know? It just seems more welcoming for me to have like a real lawn. You know what I mean? If it's well maintained and all that.
I honestly didn't think about what you said about how expensive it was. Because
yeah, because you just have to water. You have to go through patches and shit. You know what I mean?
You have to water though. Like water around 3 or 4 a.m. You don't have to use up that much water. It's not going to evaporate. Just don't water when it's sunny, like during the day after maybe 8.
Yeah, you water like around this time. If you're not a morning person like
that,
me.
but that'll just mean that the water will stay there until it evaporates. So you can get root rot on a lot of plants if you water now.
Root rot is a problem.
Yeah.
That is a problem.
Is that the main cause for root rot?
That's my problem.
I'd say that's been my biggest worry. Yeah.
Oh, shit, man.
Because at least you can grow the plant back if it dries out. You can just prune it.
Say if you guys had a choice, would you become experts or like doctors or like for the cultivation of plants or anything like that? If you guys could go back in time, is that something that you guys want to pursue as a career?
Yes.
Taking care of plants, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, nature, natural remedies.
And knowing everything about it, it's like, oh, this is a good plant if you have like a stomach ache or whatever.
Yeah, or like different parts of the plant, like the root.
Yeah.
Does something different than the actual bloom.
Yeah.
Like I have this sensitivity plant, and it like you touch it and the leaves just fall down.
They fall down. I've seen that.
It's pretty cool. It's called I think this
sensitivity.
mimosa. Like it's a mimosa plant, but it's sensitivity
I like mimosa.
and actually that has a lot of health benefits, like for joints.
How so? Like how do you? Do you ingest it, or do you rub it on your joints or something like aloe?
Different things. Like I guess you can ingest it. You can ingest the roots. You can use the actual leaves like as a paste for, let's say, your skin. Because if you actually look at the plant, it has a lot of energy. Because when you touch it and it falls down, it takes a lot of energy for it to go back up. So there's a lot of energy in that plant that would benefit the skin, would benefit joints and all that. So I really don't know. Like if I look at a plant like, oh, it's the roots that you have to go after. Like I don't know, but how cool would it be to know?
Yeah, to know everything's like, oh, this is good for like a dry skin, or
like hair loss, headache, or diarrhea, or something, you know.
Yeah.
I think I would like to know more.
One time, when I visited Mexico with my dad, it was a long time ago. We visited like a mercado, you know, and my dad, he gave me this root, and like just chew it, just chew the root. Yeah. And he was like, oh, okay. He's like, why? He's like, oh, it's just like, this is bubble gum. This is gum. This is what, before gum, this is what people chewed to have good breath. And I chewed it, and it tasted really good. And you just, when you're done with it, you just spat it out like bubble gum. It was just like a root.
Was it minty?
It was minty. What? Yeah, I remember it. It was like, it was minty, and I mean, it tasted like the earth. You know what I mean? Because you're putting something that it has. I mean, I'm sure it had like a little dirt in it, but like when you're chewing it, it tasted good.
That's
like you're chewing gum. You know? And I never experienced that before, and it's crazy that people don't do that. We don't sell that like here in the States.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Doctors don't promote it. Like even with the doctors don't promote it.
Yeah, they don't.
They don't promote like these holistic
because bubblegum, even though it has like a little bit of sugar, it still has some sugar.
It has a whole bunch of chemicals.
Yeah, it's not real. And like this root, it's natural. And then people just buy it and just chew it, and then just, this ain't a fucking thing. And but yeah, yes. All right. It's a chica plant.
Can you buy it? What does it look like?
Can we?
I have to get one. Start eating it.
It was the root. Like, I mean, it wasn't like that. Like, he got, like, you know, like, if anybody's been to Mexico and you go to the mercado, they always have, like, those bins.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And he just grabbed it from the bin, and it was just, like, a little root. And
see, like, he would know what to grab.
Yeah, he was telling me all his stories about Mexico and stuff like that. He's like, well, do you know what that is? I'm like, no.
That's what my mom said.
Dad, tell me.
Like, my mom goes, oh, esta planta lo teníamos en el campo.
Yeah. Parents are always talking about el campo and shit. Yeah. What'd you say, Lourdes? How your parents?
No, they grew up in the city.
Oh, they did? So what city did they grow up? Like in Mexico City?
Guadalajara.
Guadalajara?
Jalisco, Guadalajara. Yeah.
Well, is that like a real, like, is that like LA, like a city, like a metropolis?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
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 That's where they grew up. So they had family in like rancho and stuff.
Also, they were like, well,
they didn't spend like.
Were they like, like they were, I wouldn't say the elites, but they were like well taken care of.
No.
Or they were like part of the society, like the upper class. There you go. The upper class.
Oh God, no.
No.
No, they were just like us, you know.
Oh, okay.
Class.
Modern.
Middle class.
Like, middle class folk. Mexicans. All right. Well, I'm gonna do the top 7 because we're gonna end the show now.
Okay.
On a high note. Yes. Emphasis on the high. I'm gonna take a little drinky poo.
I need a refill.
But these I wrote these jokes for the past 2 episodes that we did in Casually Christian. I was just reading memes, and that didn't take much. I just had to, you know, it was like I just web searched it, and then I just read the ones that made me laugh, and I felt like I was gonna do like a top 7 puns. And I already had like a list.
Don't get me on puns.
But I just felt like that was going to be like a little bit lazy, and I'm like, and I just wanted to do a little something different. And these are some jokes that I thought about. And they're going to be pretty dumb. No. They're going to be really dumb.
You know me.
They're going to be dumb.
No, they're not. You know me.
So today's top 7. I'm just going to read them out. We're not going to show them on the screen or anything like that.
Sorry.
There you go. Number 7.
Oh,
all right, number 7. Manure. We've been just calling it shit. I thought that was funny. I came up with that in the shower and I started laughing. Okay.
You put shit in your plants.
Yeah. Oh wait, manure. Like, do they put like nutrients in manure, or is like
there are nutrients?
But like, the cows just take a shit and then they just put it in the bag and then they sell it for $20.
I guess so. Like, I don't
know if they put maybe it's compost.
Yeah.
And compost is what? Like compost is what? I hear that term like it's just like garbage, like fruit, like
scraps, like veggies,
green stuff,
not
right?
nitrogen. It's nitrogen. So like even this is
like if it dies, you put it in the compost.
If it dies and it dries out, then it's carbon. So it's a mixture of nitrogen and carbon.
Oh, okay.
So maybe their poop was nitrogen, and they just add carbon in it, and that's what I'm thinking. And
that's manure. Or no, that's not manure. That's part of manure.
Cat food.
Cat food. Well, anyways, number 6. Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself.
No.
That's what a plant would say.
September 9th is the trial.
That is, you guys gotta admit, plants would say that's bullshit.
They've been watching.
Well, what do you guys think about that? Do you guys think he killed himself, or somebody killed him and said, like, we're here on behalf of the Clintons?
Oh, yeah.
Bill sends his regards.
I just know someone didn't want him to talk.
Of course. That guy.
He had a lot of information.
Of course.
What's that chick's name? Ghislaine?
She has some weird name, Maxwell something. I don't know.
I'm surprised she hasn't suicided herself.
No, like, because they said that she's not on suicide watch anymore, and they're kind of prepping us for her accident.
Have you read the unsealed documents?
I mean, about like what's his name, Prince Andrews and shit. I saw that his interview like at work, and he's like he wasn't talking shit about his friend Jeff. He was like, oh, I don't want to talk to him about him or something like that. Well, boy, he was a child trafficker. Like it was just very. There's definitely something.
Have you seen Isaac Cappy's videos?
No.
Have you heard of him?
No, not at all.
Isaac Cappy with a K. Look it up. That one's good.
Oh, good. Next week? Not next week, but the next podcast we're going to do conspiracy theories from A to Z. So we're going to talk about all that stuff.
Can you talk about Saturn Moon Matrix?
Oh, no. Now I have to.
Yay.
I don't know what that is, but it sounds very interesting.
You will.
Okay. Number 5. Okay. So this is a flower introducing his family. Okay. So, hi, we're the Daffodils. I'm Fern. This is my wife, Daisy, and our daughter, Pussy Willow.
Oh, my.
Yeah. She's a real slut. I came up with that one, too. I told John that joke, and he's like, that's not funny. That's offensive. How can you say Pussy Willow? Oh, it's a flower.
Hello.
It's all puns.
Okay. Willow. I feel bad saying it. Say it, Lourdes.
I won't.
Say it. Have you seen Serial Mom?
Who?
Serial Mom.
Yeah.
The John Waters film? Yeah. Like where like the mom, the main character, would call the next door neighbor to like harass her, and she hears the word Pussy Willow. Like, Pussy Whittle, Dobby. Pussy Whittle. Whatever. Anyways, moving on. Number 4. Tapas, anyone? No? That wasn't funny. Tapas? It's a Spaniard thing. I keep on... Yeah, there you go. John's like, that's fucking dumb. I knew it was dumb. It was part of the joke. It was a dumb joke.
That's good.
Okay. Number 3. Are you on TikTok?
No.
That's what's in right now. TikTok. So I had to put something relevant.
Oh.
Other than the Jeff.
Are you on TikTok?
I'm not. John's on TikTok. He's always looking.
You're on TikTok?
Yeah, he's looking at all the boys.
Ew. No.
I thought it was banned. Are you?
Well,
I don't get it.
It's okay. Will's on TikTok.
And what I don't get, I get scared. So I move on. Okay. Let's see. Number 2, leave me alone. See?
That's a classic.
That's a pretty good one. I was like, that was really easy. Okay, number 1, we made it. We made it, and I still have my dignity intact. All right, number 1. What would plants say if they could talk for a day? Ben Shapiro said what?
Why?
Yeah, there you go. You guys don't know Ben Shapiro. He's a little wiener.
I love watching him.
Yeah, he's a little weird. I mean,
he'll convince me quick.
Yeah, you know what I don't like about that guy is that like he started talking shit about hip hop, which I don't really like listen to hip hop. But he's like, I'm an expert about music and I know about harmony and I've been in school and blah, like dick. I'm like, this is an opinion and you're sounding like a pompous asshole right now. You know what I mean? It's just I don't know. That's like everybody is entitled to their own opinion, but once he started saying that shit, I'm like, dick. You know what I mean? Just fucking calm your tits. All right, you guys. Well, thanks for watching. You know, I really appreciate that you guys took a little part of your day to watch Casually Christian today, and I hope to see you guys next weekend. We're presented by a live stream my event, and if you guys ever want to produce a podcast like this show, or do like a concert or something for your church in this type of style, just hit up my friend Emmanuel and he'll hook you up. So until next time, I see my friends laughing in the background. We'll see you next time. So adios from Norwalk. Bye.
Adios. Thank you.
Till next time.
Adios.
Yeah.
Adios, amigos.
That was pretty fun, right? That was cool. That was great.
I like it.
That was nice. I liked it.
How long was that?
Lie to us.
I was like an hour and 20 minutes. I think.